Hi everyone, we are at day 6 to go to our exciting event, and we've got most of our team here today, and we're having a little chat on our Zoom today because we're still organizing for this upcoming event, so you might imagine. And we're finding some fascinating things like a tweet that has been tweeted by Jackie Devoy, who has 56,000 followers, that people are not able to find this tweet that is being tweeted about the place. And we're just kind of wondering why that might be. And people that we're trying to get hold of that we can't get hold of, emails that are not working anymore. So we're just going to have a little chat about that. Over to you, Nicholas.
Well, those are very, very good points. We must bear in mind that we're sort of trying to do something which certain people might not like. Now, we should be in a free democracy because I'm, for example, a local councillor and I believe in freedom of speech. But some of these very advanced companies do have the ability to shadow ban people, whereby the tweet is made or the post is made, if it's on another social media platform, and they think they've done it, and they have done it, but certain people are not allowed to see it, and that's called shadow banning. And I can understand why they would want to do it, but we just have to navigate the course around these obstacles because we've got a very important job to do, which is to tell people what the BBC won't tell them. And the BBC probably wouldn't get shadow banned, but people like us who are trying to explain truthful things are likely to get shadow banned. And so these are the sort of obstacles that we have to navigate to make sure that we get through to the people and they are able to come to our event. So I hope this video encourages many, many people to go onto the Eventbrite link, book the tickets as soon as possible, and enjoy the marvelous speakers that we've got, and the speakers which the BBC wouldn't allow most likely to say what they will say on the 11th of April.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Lisa.
Yes, I mean, just following on from what Nicholas has said, there's a C word about, and it's called censorship. And I think that our societies globally have seen this for at least the last 3 to 4 years. And in fact, when we hold up this banner to flyer to advertise the event, we say, society, see or free, it's up to us. You either choose the boot or the birds. So even the language that is allowed, as it were, or permitted to be used in our society, we are already discovering and experiencing that this is indeed something that we also have to carefully tread the sticky waters, as it were, of what we are permitted by sort of globalist and the powers authority figures that be deem us to be allowed to say and what we can't. So this has been fascinating, and this is actually part of our fantastic event that we're organising, because of course we want to give everybody the opportunity to be able to say and discuss and network and have discussions that really we haven't seen properly in our society for quite a few years. And we think this event will give people the opportunity to do that and to meet in person, which is fantastic. So please do come to this event because we think you're going to get some fantastic information from it. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be some, brilliant speakers, as you say, some films, special guest speakers, and also the opportunity for people in the audience to, mingle among themselves and find out their own stories from each other, as well as what we can do on a grassroots movement. So thank you, Catherine.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And, all of this, I mean, we could get downhearted about the old the censorship thing, but actually we can use it as a creative spur. It can become an inspiration to actually think, okay, how are we going to get round this? It's a bit like a sort of Harry Potter challenge. So over to you, Amanda.
Well, I'd like to follow what you've just said, because I find that a lot of people are aware of what's going on, but sometimes they don't want to hear about it, or even people that are very aware, just it's very easy to get dragged down into despair and think, oh God, well, there's nothing we can do anyway, is there? But the fact is that there is a lot we can do. And it's so important. And I think that you know, one of the things we've discussed in planning this is that it's so important that people take away with them simple things that we can all do, and a sense of how much power we actually have, so that it's really becomes something that inspires people, that takes us forward. This isn't just an event that you just go home and think, oh, well, you know, that was nice. You know, we actually want it to build on it. We want to build a community, and that's what AICS is all about as well. You know, sort of really supporting one another in creating the kind of world we do want, as one of our speakers, Tess Lawrie, calls it, the Great Freeset. So we want to set you free, and all of us. So please come along on Thursday the 11th. And yeah, you know, you're as important to us as our speakers.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amanda. Yeah, and I'll just put up the key words from the landing page on the AICS website. So just for those of you, to remind you again, it's AICS, as in aches and pains that we're experiencing at the moment: adult, child, health, environmental support. So that's our acronym. So, and it's an easy one to remember. Over to you, Michael.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by this talk of BBC and censorship, because when I was about 14, 15, I used to listen to Radio Moscow on shortwave. And when I was 17 or 18, I actually went to Russia. And it's like, I got it. I kind of realized that what the Russians were receiving in terms of propaganda is what people are receiving here. And more people I speak to here, they get it. They understand it's propaganda. And they said, loads of people say to me now, I don't listen to the BBC anymore. And we were told when we were in Russia, the Berlin Wall was there to keep out the American aggressors. And when we've seen a film, Siberia, and all our group, school kids, were laughing because it was Siberia, and they were saying how beautiful it was. And all it meant to us was prison camps. So it's like there's a whole different understanding going on, and people aren't occasionally and sort of believe the GB News and stuff like that, but a lot of people are now just don't trust the media. And it's great because people are looking elsewhere, and they're actually tuning into other sources of information. And it's very, we even had a heating engineer here, and he totally understood what's going on, and his children totally understand it. And so more and more people, taxi drivers, shopkeepers, they're getting it. So I think we're getting in the majority now.
That's right. Thank you so much, Michael. We're smelling some big rats, aren't we? I think that's not just from under the floorboards, but they're sort of coming out on deck now. Katrina.
Well, everybody has said so much about what I was thinking. The last thing that I want to say was, a very long time ago, when I was at school, I studied the book 1984 for an exam and learnt about it in depth. And I feel like I'm living in that world now, and I want it to change.
Thank you. So come to our event if you're feeling anything like we're feeling. We'd love to see you. And you can see our flyers here. 6 days to go. All very exciting. We've still got a lot of prep and planning to do. Speakers flying in, speakers telling us about their slide decks that they're preparing. And it's going to be an amazing evening. Thank you so much.